Hello and welcome to a new vlog. Welcome to, I have lost count of how many days of this trip, but yeah, it's been a week pretty much. It is our last day in London, so if you watched the last vlog, that will have been our last full day in London. Today we're spending the morning in London, mostly here in the hotel. We're not really going out and doing anything. We could have, I suppose, if we wanted to, we could have probably gone out for breakfast and been back in time, but we're moving very slow. And neither of us slept very well. If this is your first vlog of this trip, I'm traveling with my mom. Go back and watch the last several days of our time here in London. So yeah, we've just been having kind of a slow morning, which has been pretty nice. We have still just over an hour before we need to head downstairs and check out, and we're gonna have a taxi take us from the hotel to King's Cross Station. And this afternoon, we will be heading from London to York, England, which I'm very excited about. I have never been to York. I've never been up north. I don't even think I've been as far as the Midlands. Yeah, I think in terms of, other than when my family did a driving tour, road trip around England, Scotland, and Wales. As an adult, I've never gone up north. Been to London, I've been to Reading, I've been to Oxford, and I've gone out to Bath and Glastonbury and Stratford upon Avon. All that's very southern, as my friend Tamzin, who is northern, would tell me. So I've been wanting to go up north for a while. I'm a huge fan of Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte, which is largely set in the north and on the Yorkshire moors. I also am a huge fan. I haven't read the book yet, although it is on my list for this year, but I love the miniseries North and South, which is a period romance drama. I've been wanting to visit northern England. I mean, I want to go to Scotland, I want to go to Wales. So yeah, I'm really excited to go up north. I think it's going to be really fun. I've been wanting to visit York specifically for a while. It just has such a different history and a very interesting history. There's a lot more medieval history up there. Not that there isn't in London, because there is, but London is a lot more historically diverse because of all of the development and because of bombing from the war. There's a lot of really old buildings that were destroyed during the Blitz in World War II, and so that's how you get so much of the newer buildings that were put up kind of in the 50s and then going all the way up to buildings being built right now. So architecturally, London is very diverse. But outside of London, you do get a lot more towns and cities that have a lot more of the medieval architecture. So I'm really excited to see York Minster. That is definitely one of the things on the list. So far, we've only gone into one church. We went into Bath Abbey when we went to Bath. That was, I think that was the third vlog in this series, if you missed that. And that was beautiful. So I'm really excited to go into York Minster because that looks incredible. I'm excited for the shambles. I think there's a railway museum we're going to try to do. The old medieval wall that goes around the city is still intact. You can walk around the top of it, I think. So we probably won't do the full loop. When I was looking it up, it said the full loop was like 2 miles. Probably not going to do that, but we do want to walk at least a stretch of it because I think that would be really cool. I haven't really walked around an old medieval wall, like around a town or a city, since we lived in Germany. So yeah, so there's just lots in York that I'm excited for. But I also think York is going to be a bit slower and more relaxed than London has been. This was our first trip in 4 years, and we've missed a lot of England and of London in particular. And there were things that we wanted to do again because it's been so long since we've done them. And then there were things that we wanted to do for the first time, or in some cases, like when we went to Greenwich, which that was a few vlogs ago, I think, Mom had been, but not since 2015. So like it'd been almost 10 years since Mom had gone, and I'd never been. So London has been very full on with kind of some big things to do each day. Normally when we travel, we try to do like 1, maybe 2 big touristy things, visiting things, and then the rest of the day is spent doing a little bit of shopping and a bit of relaxing in a coffee shop. And we really haven't done that very much. Yeah, I think these next 2 cities that we're going to be stopping in and spending the rest of the trip in are a lot less spread out, a lot smaller and more compact than London has been. And so it will be easier to kind of conserve our energy. The last few days here in London, though, to be fair, have not been that strenuous. I think if I look at my activity stats from the last few days, like we started off day 1, we did like, well, technically day 2, the second vlog, when we did Daunt Books and Regent's Park, we did like 9.5 miles that day, which does not happen back at home. But like yesterday, I did 4.3 miles and 11,000 plus steps. And the day before that was 5 miles and 13,000. The day before that was 6.4 miles. So we've been doing a 7.5. I think we've been doing less and less each day. So yeah, like I think these next few days are going to kind of, or next several days really, are going to be similar, where we're probably only doing 3 or 4 miles in a day, which is perfectly adequate and probably what we have energy left for. But it's been a wonderful time in London. I'm not ready to leave London, but I could be here for 3 months and I still wouldn't be ready to leave London. It just has renewed or like strengthened the thoughts of I would love to live here. And I know living in London is very different than visiting London, and the reality is never quite the fantasy. That's something I kind of play at in my first novel, A Brave Start, which I've referenced a few times already in these vlogs. You know, the reality is never quite the fantasy or the daydream that you have. There's another side of living in any city than when you visit. It's the same thing people who think, oh, I would love to move to Phoenix, Arizona, palm trees and sunshine and blue skies all the time and laying out by the pool. As someone who lives in Scottsdale, that's not how we live our lives. We don't lay out by the pool all day, every day. We have jobs. We are stuck in traffic. Like there's always a reality to living somewhere. But it doesn't change how much I want to live in London one day. So anyway, I've got a flashing battery light, so I'm gonna go sort that out, and we will be heading to the train station in a little less than an hour. So I will take you with us. We're heading to King's Cross, jumping onto a train up to York, and we should get there in time to get checked in and get settled in at the hotel, and then go out, have a bit of a wander, get some dinner, all of that good stuff, and have at least a few hours to explore York later this afternoon and evening. So that is the agenda for this vlog. So keep watching and let's go to York. So we've made it to King's Cross Station. Mom is right here. We've got all of our luggage. We're just waiting for our train. We're very early. It's not even 11 yet. No, it's 10:58, and our train isn't until noon. So we can see it on the board, but it's not yet showing a platform yet. We probably won't for at least another 30 minutes or so. We're sitting down near platform 9 3/4, the Harry Potter shop, and there's a huge long line waiting to take their pictures with the luggage trolley embedded into the wall. People come to King's Cross just to do this. So you always have a bit of a crowd of Harry Potter people, as well as a crowd of people actually using the train station. So yeah, it's very busy and bustling. It's very drizzly outside. You probably can't see the raindrops on the ceiling here, but it's very wet outside. But we were able to get from our hotel into the taxi, and then from the taxi straight into the train station, so haven't needed an umbrella or anything like that. Mom's got her raincoat on, mine's packed in my suitcase. If it's pouring when we get into York, I'll pull it out of my suitcase to get to the hotel, but didn't really want to deal with it on the train itself. So yeah, we found a bench, we found a place to sit.
It's cold, that's why I have
cold. It is not cold, not at all. It's nice, I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, I don't think it's cold. I think that's one of the biggest differences between Mom and I when we're traveling. She just gets cold so much easier, and I feel like I get hot faster than you do.
Probably.
So I'm at risk of overheating easily. Mom's at risk of freezing easily. So yeah, but we found a place to sit. So we've got all of our luggage around us. We're sitting, we're pretty comfortable. So we're just gonna hang out here until it's a little bit closer to our train, and when we think the platform might get put up. We're kind of watching the trains that are leaving around 11:30 when their platform number pops up to see if there's like a trend in times. Yeah, once it's a little bit closer, we'll probably get up and move somewhere a little bit more to the middle so that we're not sprinting from one side of the station to the other side of the station, because right now we're down by platforms 9 and 10, but all the other platforms 0 through 8 are all way down that way. And so far it's looking like a lot of the platforms that are being put up on the board are all the way down that way. So we should have plenty of time, and we've splurged on first class for our tickets, so we should have plenty of time, plenty of space for our luggage, all of that stuff. But yeah, the journey to York continues. We've made it this far, now we wait. it to York. Let's do a quick room tour. So when you come in, you've got a little like private entryway here. So we're starting at the front door, which honestly looks like there'd be enough room to stash one of our suitcases right behind it, so that could be good. So when you come in, it's a nice room, beautiful chandelier. I'm loving that. Little bit older style, the furnishings, but still nice. We have already like sat on the bed, so that's why they're not pulled completely tight. We've got like a luggage area to like lay out probably your carry-on, some drawer storage here, hair dryer, so that's fantastic. Anything else in these? Nope, so good, that's storage. We've got a fridge that is empty, but think it's on. We've got tea and coffee and biscuits, some different kinds of biscuits. And then yeah, tea and coffee and all of that. The restaurant menu, so we should look at that.
I'll put my water in here.
Yep. Nice big closet. Looks like it was once an adjoining room or something. 2 safes. One is out of order, so we'll use that one. Extra pillows, iron. Few more hangers than we got at the last hotel, so that'll be useful. And yeah, luggage rack, which Mom will like. And then, again, chandelier, really pretty. Bathroom, really nice. Nicely retiled, looks like recently. Nice shower, nice big bathtub, we will definitely use that. Sink, we've got hand wash and moisturizer and shampoo and conditioner, it looks like. And it's the same as our last place where they're in large bottles, but like you can't take them with you. So instead of a bunch of little minis, it's nice big containers, and these look like they've been completely topped up. So that's actually really handy. I've been really liking that. I wouldn't have bothered bringing shampoo and conditioner if I'd known. We also have a retractable clothesline that hooks up all the way over there by the shower if we do any laundry. But we do have a, oh, it's not on, but I think this should be a heated towel rack. So we'll have to see if we can figure out how to get that turned on. 2 twin beds, so instead of a king, we've each got our own bed, which will be really nice. Bedside tables for each of us. There's a very interesting air conditioning unit because it's connected, it's just being vented out the window. So, not sure about that. Probably should close this just so that it's only that one that's open. But if you can get a peek, this is our view. We literally have the York Minster right outside our window. Like, it's just, this view is amazing. It's just incredible. I can practically see it from my bed. Like, ah, history. Hundreds of years of history right outside our hotel room window. When she said that, you know, what our room number was and view of the Minster, I was like, okay, like, I know the Minster is right next door, but like, what do they consider a view of the Minster? Like, just a little sliver or more? It's definitely more. We have a full-on view of the Minster. So that is amazing.
And breakfast is included with our room.
And breakfast is included, so that's great. We've got some pamphlets and brochures and something saying that I guess they had some repair work that needed to be done, so there might be workmen around the hotel. That's not an issue for me. So yeah, it's pretty nice. So Mom thinks that she's caught my scratchy throat. So I'm now thinking instead of allergies, this might be a super, super mild cold. So yay. It's just the 3rd day for me that I've had a bit of irritation in my throat. So it could just be allergies still. Let me try to come a little bit out of, it's hard to escape the air conditioning on the camera in this room. But yeah, so I think we're both tired. I only got 5.5 hours of sleep. Mom only got a little bit more than that.
Yeah, are you gonna walk around?
I want to go walk around and do something, and we need to figure out something for dinner. It's only 2:46, so we were able to check in as soon as we got here. The train ride up here was great. It went fast. It felt like to me. It went pretty fast.
Less than 2 hours.
Mom was chatting, yeah, just under 2 hours. Mom was chatting with an American couple. Were they traveling together?
Yeah.
Or were they separate?
I think they were mom and son, but they
Okay.
were really sad.
Yeah.
But they live in 2 different cities, both with the same name, but 2
Okay.
different states.
Okay.
Charlottesville, I think.
No, I think it said Charlotte, North, South, whichever Carolina Charlotte's in.
South Carolina,
Yeah.
I think they said, and she was from West Virginia.
West
I
Virginia.
think that's Charlottesville.
Yeah, so she was talking with them a bit. I was across the aisle in my own seat. So she was at a table of 4 seats and I was off on my own, just across the aisle so we could talk and like hand each other stuff. Had to open a couple water bottles for mom. So yeah, train ride went great. It was very rainy and misty and gloomy and very atmospheric, my favorite kind of weather, out the window on the train ride up, which I loved, especially when you're safe and warm and cozy on a train. It was lovely, but as we got into York, the clouds started breaking up a bit. It's still looking pretty well mostly cloudy out there, but I think there's occasional pops of blue sky. So yeah, it's 2:46. Tamzin is going to join us here at about 4:30 is when her train should get in. So we'll probably walk around and figure out somewhere for dinner. Probably sit here in the room, get unpacked, rest a little bit.
Yeah, I just want to sort out my stuff a little bit.
The room is a really good size, especially by European standards. I've definitely had smaller hotel rooms, but compared to our last room, it's like almost half the size. So our bags are kind of taking up a good chunk of the room. So I think we want to get a little bit unpacked, a little bit settled.
Yeah.
So we'll get everything.
I don't know that I'm going to fully unpack like
You don't think?
you did. Maybe I will just so I can sort everything essentially.
Yeah, it might be easier to, even though we're going to be packing back up in just a few days, it might be easier to fully unpack
Yeah, what I should
than live out of suitcases for the next few days.
But I should have, well, it's kind of hard to tell based on the weather. It's how I want to dress. But yeah, I probably should have these are for York, these are for Oxford, and had a packing cube.
Yeah, that probably would have been a completely different level of packing, considering I'm re-wearing so much of my clothes.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll get unpacked and settled a little bit, and then decide what to do next. Trying to hide from the wind. We'll see. I don't know if this is a better spot or not. I don't think so. But I don't want to hide from mom. We are heading out. I'm across from York Minster. It's amazing. It's closed for sightseeing for the day. Their last admission is at 4 o'clock and it is 4:26. So we've missed last admission of the day. But we'll probably do this tomorrow. It's literally right outside our hotel. As you saw, we could see it from the window, but also it's not like we have to walk It's like swirling in this whole area. So yeah, we're just out wandering. Tamzin will be heading this, she is heading this way. She's on her train. It should get here soon, and then she'll come in from the train station. There's a park right next to the Minster, so I think we're gonna go wander around there. I'm just waiting for Mom to come back out. As soon as we left the hotel, it started to get very windy, as you can probably tell. So yeah, it got super, super, super windy. So she started to get cold and decided to go back to the hotel. Oh, I see her. So she's run back to the hotel to get her coat. Also, might rain again around 5. I've got my umbrella in my bag, but it's really not that cold. I've put my scarf on, but it's really not that cold, so I didn't want to go back for my coat. But here comes Mommy. My hair. Did not do anything with it today because I knew it was going to be a train day. It's probably just as well considering this wind. But yeah, here she comes. We're gonna wander around the park, I think. We're gonna wander around the park while we wait for a text from Tamzin saying that she's made it to York. The park looks lovely. It looks very green and lush, which makes me very happy. And well, let's see if there's a sign saying when it closes. And there's plenty of people inside. I don't see it closes. No flying of drones, and I wonder where that drone was coming from, because there was definitely a drone flying over here earlier. But yeah, we're gonna get some pictures of the side of the Minster from here. And it looks like there's some beautiful flowers coming into bloom in the garden here. So yeah, let's go for a little bit of a wander through, I think this is called the Dean's Park. What did they call it? Let's go see, so that you know. It's the park right next to the York Minster. Yes, welcome to Dean's Park. That's where we're at. So let's go for a walk. Wait for YouTube. Okay, we have met up with Tamzin and we finished walking through the park garden. It is beautiful. I might end up coming over here like each day that we're here just to sit for a few minutes because it's so pretty. Oh yeah, there's like a little topiary bear right there. That's really cute. There's an ice cream and coffee bar here as well. It's closed right now, but that'd be really nice on a nice day.
And it's award-winning ice cream too.
How was that award-winning gelato you had in London?
I was going to say that one that I had in London.
Was it pretty good?
It was.
So I accidentally turned the camera off there. So Tamzin, you were saying about that award-winning gelato.
Yeah, I was saying I can see why it won awards.
It was pretty good.
It was pretty good.
I feel like award-winning is really safe. You're not saying it's the world's best or even the country's best. You're just saying it's won awards.
And also, since kind of working in an industry where there are a lot of awards, I found out, which kind of shattered my illusion, that 90% of the time you pay to enter awards. And then you are likely to win.
Yeah. So as you can hear, the bells are going off. They're really going to town for 5 o'clock. Hope they don't start that too early in the morning or that's going to be our morning alarm. So yeah, it's just after 5. We're going to probably wander around a bit and find somewhere for dinner.
Yeah.
And yeah, just have a quiet evening. Exploring a bit of York and seeing what there is to see and probably getting some ideas of what we want to do tomorrow, but that'll be the next vlog. So we'll just show you what we see throughout the rest of this one. And I'm gonna stop talking now because I'm just too distracted by how beautiful York is. I'm not really paying attention to vlogging, as you've probably noticed. We're now heading home, our new home, our home for the next 3 nights. Yeah, we've just had dinner. It was really good. I was gonna get the mac and cheese, but they were out. So I went back to classic standard fish and chips. Yeah, I definitely need to come walk back around here later. Tomorrow. Oh yeah, there's the Minster. We're just looking at the York Roast Company, which looks amazing. Mom and I might come and do this place for lunch tomorrow. But I was just gonna say, York isn't that huge, and it would be really hard to get lost here and not be able to find our way back to the hotel, because our hotel is right next to York Minster, and that is York Minster.
You have a point of reference.
I have a point of reference. That will make things very easy.
200 degrees coffee is really good.
Really good.
Coffee, yeah.
I'm already, like, we've passed by so many places, and I'm already realizing that we do not have nearly enough days in York to explore all of the restaurants and cafes and coffee shops.
Tamzin telling you she didn't want to listen, did she?
It's not that I didn't want to listen.
Go to London.
Well, okay, to be fair, London is still my favorite city. Big city.
London is her favourite city, but she has only spent about 2 hours in York so far.
I do really love York. Like, I'm not saying that, like,
And like,
I don't love...
give it a few days, we'll see where she stands.
Give me next summer when I come stay with Tamzin and Leeds and pop over to York at least a couple times a week. That's really cute. I mean, these streets are really nice. I think what I'm liking about York is it reminds me of some of my favorite, like, little old streets in London, but without all the really big, busy, ooh, Fudge Kitchen.
This is it.
We are
This
gonna...
is the place. I have so many memories attached to Fudge Kitchen. I used to come here all the time growing up. But they do the
It
best
looks really
fudge.
good. That's somewhere we can come and just get it and take it with us. I could honestly probably have a suitcase full of food for when we go back. Oh, this place looks cute. That might be something to come back to. Forest looks really cute. We'll have to look up reviews for that. So yeah, it is 7:24. Oh, there's a coat. Okay. It just, in a town with this much charm, it feels wrong to go to a chain restaurant. But to be fair, we did pass a Pizza Express, and I was really tempted to convince Mom to go there. But Mom wanted something more traditional, English, Yorkshire, so we ended up doing a pub. And it was really, really good, so I'm glad we went there. Great atmosphere, great vibe. These streets are so cool. But this isn't technically the Shambles anymore, right?
No, the Shambles was slightly in a different direction, but all of these streets
Look
are
at that.
renowned.
Yeah, these are all very old-fashioned streets.
Yeah.
So, I remember we passed by Barry's earlier.
Oh, here we are again.
At the Minster.
Front, we didn't get to this side.
Minster Gate Bookshop. Ooh, a bookshop. Let's go peek in their window. Antiquarian and secondhand books, old maps and prints, bought and sold. Ooh. Ooh, they've got a Grimm's Fairy Tales. Pickwick Papers. Cranford by Elizabeth Gaskell. Okay, we might have to come back here. Let me flip you around. We've got some beautiful prints. And then that looks like a gorgeous copy of Cranford. I bet it's expensive. But some beautiful old books. We need to come back here for sure tomorrow. And then what were you noticing over here, Mama? Jewelry? This place looks really pretty. Might find some good gifts somewhere like this. And then, yeah, there's the Minster right there. Like, that's just amazing. You just, what? Very interesting outfit. That's cool. But yeah, I just can't, like, you turn a corner and this is what you see. Like, that's just incredible. And then they're clearly doing a lot of work on it, but it's massive. Like, it is absolutely massive. It goes from all the way down there to all the way there. Tamzin's just found some jelly cats. She's very excited at York Minster Gifts. So we'll probably check out a bunch of these places, but oh my goodness. That's impressive. That's very, very impressive. So we're gonna take a bunch of pictures. Although to be fair, the sun is going down. This is not the best lighting for
It is
pictures.
the best light.
It's good lighting.
Like golden.
No, we are past golden hour.
It's still a bit like golden.
We're like, golden hour is the last hour of sunlight. We are now past sunset.
The sun hasn't set yet. Surely it would be way darker.
Well, it's very cloudy, so it's kind of like the sun is already set. But yeah, we're gonna take some pictures and then we're gonna take Mom back to the hotel and let her go upstairs. But then Tamzin and I might get our drink in the hotel bar before she has to get her train back to Leeds. So yeah, awesome first day, first afternoon in York. This is just London, I love, but I am appreciating York for all of the things that are
really
unique to York.
Well, when basically you like edit and post the vlogs, I'm really hoping and manifesting that like
I'm gonna
we will
add a little
see-
title card
Well,
saying, I completely
yeah.
fell in love with
like
York.
over the next few days we'll see a progression of like Andrew be like, oh, you know what, I actually really
No,
love you.
honestly, I could see myself totally living somewhere like York.
And then the final day she's like, okay, so I put a deposit down on my flat. Yeah.
Well, because bet you 10 pounds, Tamzin on the train ride home starts looking up cost of apartments in York for me.
And jobs.
Yeah, and
I'll find
jobs.
you a job.
But yeah, oh, it like, this is amazing. I could totally live somewhere like York. I feel like it has a lot of the historic, like just what I'm getting so far. There's parts of it that remind me a little bit of London, like certain parts of London, but there are also parts of it that remind me a little bit of Oxford. And so I feel like York could be the perfect combination of places with from what Tamzin tells me, a lower cost of living compared to down south. So yeah, we will see. I mean, she and Mom were looking up visas that I could potentially apply for. So like, this is something we are constantly thinking about, but it's the pesky little thing of jobs and visas that's held me back so far. But oh my gosh, this architecture is just unreal. And there's so many like little details, which I feel like in the evening lighting, it's hard to kind of catch them on camera, but oh my gosh, it's amazing. Okay, I'm gonna flip the camera around so you can stop listening to me ramble and actually see some of what I'm seeing, because it's really, really cool. Tamzin is feeling really smug with herself.
I have been trying to tell Andrea for 8 years, actually. Come up north, come to Yorkshire, you'll love it. Come to York, you'll love it. She's finally here, and I have been proven wrong.
So we've only been walking around. We ended up not going back to the hotel to get a drink. We just popped in to use the loo really quick. And then it's such a gorgeous evening. So we've decided to go for a bit of a walk. And as we're walking around, I'm like, okay, like I'm starting to see it. It does have like a very similar vibe in some ways to Oxford and parts of Bath. It's got the history and the charm. It doesn't have as much of the modern city vibes as London, which I do like. But we're now thinking London's 2 hours away by train. Edinburgh is only a few hours north by train. So I'd be kind of in the middle of two really cool cities. We've got a gorgeous river here. One of these houses, let me see if I can, one of these ones is for sale right now. Well above my price range, I'm sure, because I can't afford to buy anything right now. But she was looking up terraced houses for rent on Rightmove. And even for really close to city center, rents are not as high as I would have expected. So
I'm actually really surprised because I remember looking at York when I was graduating and about potentially moving here, and I swear they were more expensive a few years ago. I don't know if there's been a bit of a drop in pricing.
Maybe.
You know, they're finally coming down sort of thing, but there's quite a few places, one bedrooms for like 800, 850, which is cheaper than Leeds. So what can I say?
We're just putting it out there into the world that Andrea might move to York in the next few years, hopefully. Give me some time to get all my ducks in a row.
Staying here, living here, like writing, reading, having a view of the river, and then being able to come and wander down the
So
river.
if you want Write With Me by the river in York videos, or Write With Me in a coffee shop in York, or just book shopping in York, or book shopping anywhere, if you want that kind of content, give this vlog a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed, support this channel, buy my books, link in the description.
Especially one called Northern
Especially
Fate.
one, well, I mean, to be fair, then you're supporting her as much as you're supporting me. But yeah,
I heard that one's good.
I don't do buy me a coffee, I don't sign up with any of those, but buy my books, then you get a book and you help support the dream.
If you don't fancy living in a flat or a house, you could live on a narrowboat. If you look all down here.
The narrowboats are really cool. I don't know that I could see myself living on a narrowboat.
My mom really wants to live on a narrowboat.
I would do that as a second home if I was ever in a position to have a second home, which I'm never going to, unless you all really start buying my books. But I would totally love to have
a little reading bench.
Yeah, there's like little benches here on the river. Like, wake up, make my morning coffee, come walk down here, my little keep cup.
Come walk down to the riverside.
I can picture it.
I can as well.
Tamzin coming in by train to visit me, going into Leeds by train. I'd have to sort out better hair for this dream.
Coffee shop crawls.
Oh, so many coffee shop crawls.
Your neighbourhood walks, you know, up and down the canal.
Maybe meet a cute northern man.
Yeah.
I do like the northern accent. Tamzin makes jokes about it all the time and is very self-deprecating about her accent. But I love the northern accent. I really do.
It's just weird.
The stereotypes, I don't buy into them.
We're a friendly bunch.
Yeah.
Which I'm also excited for you to experience a bit more.
Yeah,
just
for sure.
Talking to people and whatnot.
But yeah, just in like the last 15 minutes since I last updated the vlog, walking around, just walking down one street in York, and I'm already like, yeah.
It's like watching a medicine take its effects. It's like slowly watching like you having a taste of like Yorkshire, and you're like, ooh.
This could work. This could work. Got a lot of logistics we need to plan, but I feel like moving to York is a lot more logistically and financially possible than moving to London at this point. So again, books in the description box below.
If you want more Andrea
Every sale,
Tamzin content
every
as well.
sale helps.
Yeah, not just if the book vlogs and writing vlogs and whatnot wasn't enough. If you want more Andrea and Tamzin content, then like, comment, subscribe.
If you want to see Tamzin back on YouTube more regularly, help me move to England, and then she can't escape it.
That's it. Who knows? Maybe I'll just start a YouTube channel again, exclusively for Tamzin and Andrea content. Or maybe we'll launch a podcast.
We have talked about that.
I'm just like giving all these like promises.
But I just,
will happen.
Unless I was like kind of self-employed and living here, I don't think we could manage a podcast while I'm still teaching full time back in.
Reason.
But us with a podcast, could you imagine?
Yeah.
And here comes the city cruise behind us. So yeah, okay, we're gonna keep daydreaming about this as the sun continues to set. Daydreaming, I hate that word, but yeah. I think Tamzin's a little bit more into manifesting than I am.
I'm just into like thinking about things like, I don't know, how do you describe it? Like daydreaming, because it is just
I
really,
do
like,
daydream,
manifesting, isn't it? It's just
I just feel like
things as if they're kind of like reality, and that's fun and nice.
Yeah, I do that all the time. It so far still hasn't turned out to be true. But one day, I'm not giving up on the dream. So yeah, we're gonna keep wandering because we do need to slowly wander back towards the hotel. And Tamzin needs to start thinking about getting back on a train, although I don't want her to.
I'm very relaxed about it. I was saying to Andrew, the trains
there's multiple trains. I can jump on a train at any time. I'm like, Tamzin, you need to kind of make a decision, otherwise it'll be midnight and you'll still be here. Like, when does the hotel bar close? Because that could very well happen. But we're now walking down a very pretty leafy area. Yeah, we can. So I will show you our walk because I'm going to want to record that for my own memories. And we'll see if any other updates happen before we get back to the hotel. Like, you're making me want the life. I can envision it. Okay, I have made it back to the hotel room. I'm just gonna go in the bathroom because I feel like that air conditioning is so loud. Like, I'm grateful for the air conditioning.
I don't know how we'd be able to sleep with it.
Well, with my earplugs, I won't hear it. But yeah, this is not much better though. I don't know what to do for vlogging. The light in here, I thought. Oh, that does all the lights.
Yeah,
And we're trying not to attract bugs in through the open window. So, sorry y'all, there's just gonna be bad lighting and noise in the background.
Just briefly. It's not.
Okay.
It's not like it's putting out a lot of cold air.
Okay. Well, it puts out cold air if you're sitting like
And then close the
right in
windows.
front of it.
You can turn the lights on.
No, I'm fine with the lights. I can work with the lights. It's so nice out. So walking around outside and sitting out on the terrace thing at the bar that we went to. So Tamzin and I, after the last update I gave you all, we found just a chain bar place to get a cocktail from, and then went out onto their little terrace by the river and drank those while we watched the last of the sunset. Couldn't see much of the sunset, but just the clouds kind of changing color a bit, so that was really nice. And just had a nice chat. So we've had a lovely time. It's been a lovely afternoon in New York. We got here at 2. It is now past 9 o'clock. My watch has like gone into sleep mode because I haven't adjusted my sleep schedule. I need to do that because we're still here for a while. I need to just adjust my sleep schedule on my phone and my watch to like kind of what we've roughly been sticking to on this trip. But yeah, it's past 9 o'clock. So I think it was like 9:05 when we were leaving the bar. But York is not that big, so it didn't take very long to get back to the hotel. We basically walked back out to the road the bar was on, and then up that road to like where it connects with one of the main roads. And then Tamzin went one direction to the train station, and I went the other direction, like 3-minute walk, and I was back at the hotel. So definitely liking this hotel as far as the location. It is just so central to everything in York, and everything is a nice easy walk. And there's lots of fun stuff like right around. And as you saw in the previous updates, I am definitely falling in love with York. Mom's laughing. So I think tomorrow is gonna like just like cement that, solidify that even more. So I'm excited for tomorrow. I'm excited to have a full day to like properly explore and see what there is around, and just walk the streets a bit more and see what it looks like in like full daylight, not just the afternoon light. We walked down to the river, Mama.
Oh yeah.
And you and I need to do that tomorrow because it's really pretty.
I bet, yeah.
So yeah, we've had a fantastic...
We have a lot of stuff to do here, even though we've only got a few days.
Yeah, 2 days. We've got 2 full days. And really, the day we go to Oxford, there's really not going to be any time to do anything that day. We're just going to kind of get up, check out, and get to the train station and get down to Oxford, which will be good because then we'll have a little bit of time in the late afternoon and evening in Oxford that day to do stuff. We've got 2 full days to explore York, and I think they're going to be really fun. So come back to those vlogs. Those will be the next 2 vlogs. So that's it for day 1-ish in York. Come back for the next day tomorrow in the next vlog. If you enjoyed this vlog, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Like I asked earlier, you can leave some rowboat emojis or some rowing emojis. Yeah, because we saw some people in rowboats. Yeah, we walked past the York City Row House or Rowing Club or something. Yeah, that can be our little emoji for the vlog, to let me know which one of you lovely people have made it all the way to the end of this vlog. I would really appreciate that. Say hi in the comments, let me know how you're doing, let me know what your favorite part of today's vlog was, what did we show you that you really enjoyed. And yeah, one of you DM'd me after the trip announcement vlog to tell me about Bennett's Cafe. Turns out I can see it from our hotel room. So I am gonna really try to stop into Bennett's Cafe, even if it's just to get a pastry or something, because of that wonderful recommendation. So it's nice to know that a cafe so close to us comes highly recommended. So I'm hoping to pop in there. But yeah, that was a welcome surprise. I knew from the DM that it was gonna be close to our hotel because they said it was right across from York Minster. And I knew our hotel was near York Minster, but I wasn't expecting to be able to see Bennett's Cafe literally from our window. So that's exciting. Anyway, I'm gonna get this air conditioning turned back on, go jump in the shower, get ready for bed, and I will see you all tomorrow in the next vlog. Thank you very much for watching this one. Bye!